Number 4, no response is a response. You've pulled back. She's searching for signs. Now let her come up empty. You don't owe her a reply, not a text, not one last conversation, not even a cold glance. When someone disrespects your presence, your silence becomes the consequence. And here's the truth. Most people can handle anger. They can handle yelling, arguments, even emotional breakdowns. But you know what shakes them to the core? Being met with absolutely nothing. She's conditioned for drama. She expects emotional chaos. She's used to the back and forth, the ego-saving explanations, the soft landings. But when you give her silence, true, unshaken stillness, you break the pattern, you interrupt the loop, you create a void she can't fill. You take away the attention she once received freely, and suddenly she's left with nothing but herself. And that's where the power lies. This isn't about pettiness, it's about boundaries. You don't respond because there's nothing left to say. The connection is dead, the respect is gone. And you've finally realized peace is louder than closure. You stop chasing answers, you stop seeking apologies, you evolve. You detach mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Your attention becomes premium, your time becomes sacred. Let her sit with the silence. Let her reread those messages you never replied to. Let her scroll, wonder, ache, because silence doesn't beg for clarity. It doesn't try to fix or explain. It ends things in a way words never could. If you're done explaining yourself to people who don't value you, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My silence says everything. Number 5, reframe the narrative. The heartbreak didn't break you, it freed you. You didn't get rejected, you got redirected. At first, it's easy to think she left because you weren't enough. That if you had just tried harder, texted more, been better, she would have stayed. But the truth is, her leaving wasn't proof of your inadequacy. It was the beginning of your awakening. You didn't lose her. You lost the illusion that she was right for you, and that is a win. Stoicism teaches one core truth. You don't control events, you control your interpretation. When you shift your mindset from, why did this happen to me, to what is this here to teach me, everything changes. Pain isn't the enemy. Confusion isn't the enemy. Clinging to a false narrative, that's the real trap. When you rewrite the story, you reclaim your power. She didn't break you, she revealed you. She showed you the cracks you'd been ignoring, the insecurities, the lack of boundaries, the thirst for external validation. She didn't destroy you. She gave you the chance to become indestructible. Now you rebuild with sharper vision, with stronger walls, with a heart that doesn't hand itself over without discernment. You're not the victim of her decision. You're the author of what comes next. And in your new story, the heartbreak was just the prologue. If you're ready to stop living in the old story and rewrite your own ending, hit like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. This pain rewrote my power. Number 6. Become the man you'd respect. You've stopped chasing her. Now start becoming him, the man you admire. The version of you who doesn't flinch when someone walks away. The one who doesn't need applause to know he's valuable. The man who walks into a room and doesn't have to say a word because his presence speaks for him, not for revenge. Not to win her back, but because you deserve to be that solid. Ask yourself, if you met the man you're becoming, would you respect him? Would you trust him? Would you follow him? Or would you see someone still licking old wounds? This is the shift. You stop measuring your worth by her reaction. You start measuring it by your own standards. Discipline, integrity, presence, purpose. You build in the dark. You rise with weight. She left? Okay. Now build a life so complete her absence doesn't even echo anymore. You don't replace her. You replace the version of you who needed her. The man who knows his worth doesn't beg, he doesn't argue, he doesn't chase, he chooses, he commands respect without raising his voice, his energy handles it. This version of you? He's different, sharper, focused, solid, and by the time she realizes what she lost, she won't even recognize the man you've become, because she'll no longer have access to him. If you're ready to become that man, hit like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I am becoming the man I admire. Number 7, she'll hear the echo of your absence. You didn't block her. You didn't explode. You didn't leave a mess. You simply vanished with grace, with stillness, with strength, and that silence becomes an echo. One she'll hear everywhere she goes. Now, every time she opens her phone, your name doesn't appear. Every time she posts a laugh, a story, a photo, she wonders why you're not watching, why you're not reacting, why you're not chasing. That silence grows louder. It follows her into quiet moments, into parties, into mornings, into memories. When a man truly lets go, not in anger, not in desperation, but in discipline, it lingers. There was no final plea, no dramatic exit, just absence, a presence that no longer exists, replaced by peace. And that peace? It's haunting because now she walks into the spaces you once filled, and they feel bigger, colder, quieter. She didn't think she'd miss it, but now that it's gone, she feels the gap and realizes you're not coming back. You don't owe her the performance. You don't owe her closure. Your absence is the closure. While she scrolls for clues that you still care, you're building. While she replays the memories, you've evolved. That's what a Stoic man does. He doesn't chase. He doesn't correct the narrative. He just moves forward, quietly, unshakably. Because the most unforgettable energy in this world is peace. If you're ready to stop being an option and become unforgettable, hit like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My absence will be remembered. Number 8, walk away like you mean it. Let's end with one final truth. Walking away isn't ego, it's evolution. You're not doing it to punish her. You're doing it to protect you. You've spent enough energy explaining yourself, proving yourself, shrinking yourself. That version of you, the one who stayed too long, who overthought, who begged to be seen, is gone. And that's a good thing, because now your silence isn't empty. It's intentional. You no longer hand your energy to those who don't value it. You move with clarity, with weight, with peace. You don't chase closure. You create distance. And anyone who didn't value your presence, they don't get your voice, they don't get your attention. They don't get to interrupt your peace. This isn't about revenge. It's not about making her see. It's about never losing yourself again. She thought you'd break. She thought you'd wait. She thought silence was temporary, but now she realizes it's permanent, and that's unforgettable. So here's your final move. Let go completely. Don't just leave with purpose. Build a life so full of strength, so rooted in self-worth, so calm in its discipline, that even your silence leaves a legacy. If you're ready to stop chasing closure and start living fully, hit like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I leave with peace, not pieces. This is Stoicism Philosophy Daily. Stay solid, Stay silent, stay dangerous.